Yo, what's good, everybody? Starting off the day very wrong. I'm already late for work off of my own fault, just straight up. Have you ever been trying to do something and get it finished so badly that the thing that is probably the bigger priority gets pushed back? That happened to me this morning. And without saying like exactly what, I definitely pushed my priority back so that I could try to finish what gives me more fulfillment. And I definitely don't mean anything nasty. It's just straight up like, I want to give you guys everything that I can from this YouTube channel and really pour out exactly what it is that I've been feeling and how I go through a day-to-day basis, and really self-motivate myself to do something that I want to do. And I really feel like in the process I pushed what should have been my priority, which is work, back. And now I'm running at least 15-30 minutes behind schedule of where I should be, and I haven't even jumped on the freeway yet. So I also really wanted to touch on one specific item today, which was in the beginning when I very first started my channel. I was recording videos probably a month prior to actually even editing them. So my mindset was different. I didn't know what I was gonna do with the YouTube channel, and I felt like talking about being a single parent or being a single father was going to reflect positivity for how you could accomplish things as a single parent. And I didn't take into consideration the fact that I'm definitely not in this alone. My son's mother is a beautiful woman. She does everything that I would ever ask for in a mother. Just at certain points in our life, we've had more conflict with where we want to be in our life at that moment. And that's a different story. But when I first started the channel, that was the mentality that I had, and that was the portrait that I wanted to portray, that you could live your life and be happy, because it was taking me a long time to get happy, but you could do it as a single parent, whether you're in a relationship or not. And I think that was the main purpose of why I started the channel, is because I wanted to find happiness in my life and being able to reflect on the things that that had come for me, and just sitting back and saying, look, all of this is there because of the progress that you've made, and you should be happy about that. And I wanted to portray that in my videos, and I feel like when I watch them now, it comes off more as the fact that I'm talking about how I'm doing it alone, but it's definitely not the case. And I think I was talking to my brother about it and my son's mother about it, is that so many people have helped me along the way, including friends, family members, my own self-motivation. And I really want to thank them and appreciate them just as much as I want to thank you guys and appreciate you for the views, for the likes, for the comments, for anything that you're doing to help me in my journey or to help us grow together. Because to me, anything that I say that you might hear and reflect on is beneficial to everybody, not just me. So as I'm driving to work and as I'm thinking about all of these things, and as I was thinking about it yesterday, I really decided that I wanted to tell you guys that when you hear that in my very first videos, and when you hear me talking about how it is that I do things and how I am attempting to grow and progress, take what I say lightly and gather what you can that will benefit the situation that you might have, experiences that you might have had. And believe me when I tell you, I'm definitely not in this alone. I have beautiful and wonderful people around me. My family consistently helps me without hesitation. My brother is always there to give me his advice. My friends like Jamal have counseled me for so long. Like Kareem, who've helped me progress in so many different ways. Like Gilbert, who has given me his life experiences and helped me to surround myself around people that are successful. To people that have just given me feedback on how they remember me when I was younger to how I am now. Like Melody, who's one of my friends, who told me how I used to be a douchebag. And those are all things that I know. Like, those are all things that I'm able to accept, and that it took progressing to realize that, you know what? Where I was at 10, 15 years ago is not who I am now. But it helped me to be who I am now, today. And as long as you have that mentality that you're going to go somewhere with those, that type of patience, I should say, you're going to be successful in everything that you do. And I encourage you to take it one day at a time, but to see the bigger picture. Every relationship, every friendship is going to take you somewhere that you want to go. And as a single parent, I want you to think of it as you're a parent to your child. And when you don't have another party with you at that moment, helping you take care of your son or daughter or your kids, you definitely aren't alone in that. And I didn't want to portray that. It's just that it's sort of like filling out a job application. Are you single or married? And there's no in between. I've been in a relationship for 5 years and we're engaged. There's no in between. It's just, are you single or are you married? And I think that that's the way that I filled out my YouTube application, is that I put it like that because I know that there are a lot of different factors and there's a lot of different things behind my my life, but the biggest thing that I'm proud of is the parents that my son has. So I just really wanted to touch base on those things and talk to you about that. But just always remember, we have to keep the priorities straight. We have to follow our heart. And if you feel like you're starting to push back something that is a priority for something else, you have to ask yourself where the balance is and what it is that you're going to do differently to maybe get that balance, right? So thank you so much for tuning in. And I'd actually really love to hear from you guys and what you think about that. If you have any feedback or things that you might want to talk about, just let me know, because I'd love to try to get some kind of conversation going, or back and forth, because that to me is the most important, is that we're impacting and affecting the people's lives around us in a positive way. So thank you very much for tuning in. Cali Active, and we're out.
They told me I would never make it, I would never achieve it. Reality is nourishment, but people don't believe it. I guess it's hard to stomach the truth like a bulimic. It's a dirty game and nobody is willing to clean it. But this is for the paraplegic, people dreaming of running. Ladies married to men who don't please them, dreaming of coming. Verbally murderous like David Berkowitz when I'm gunning. Some cowards on the internet didn't think I would sell. Scared to talk shit in person cause they stuck in a shell and couldn't understand the pain of being stuck in a cell. Hell is not a place you go if you're not a Christian. It's the failure of your life's greatest ambition. It's a bad decision to blindly follow any religion. I don't see the difference in between the wrong and the wrong. Soldiers emptying the clips that little kids and their moms are just like a desperate motherfucker strapped to a bomb. Humanity's gone, smoked up in a gravity bong.